Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman and these are the market positions for July the 6th, 2017. Now our first trade for tonight is going to be in the Forex market. What we're looking at here tonight is the British Pound Australian Dollar. Now currently we have a fresh triple EMA cross from VantagePoint taking place at or about the 169.34 area. Now we can assess here that our 18-day predicted moving average coming in at 169.34 with a very bullish close of 170.04. Now, the additional indicators from VantagePoint, our neural index has been up for multiple days in a row, warning us that this pair is getting ready to extend higher. We have a crossover on our predicted MACD, and our predicted RSI is coming in at 70.3. Now, all of this is showing momentum to the upside on this particular pair, but we want to make sure we're identifying our critical VantagePoint crossovers. Now, our short-term crossover is to the upside basically about a week and a half ago. Our medium-term crossover about 8 trading sessions ago, and our long-term crossover about 5 to 6 trading sessions ago. Now, once again, the British pound is having some issues with Brexit, but the Australian dollar has some issues also. The RBA statement weakening the Australian dollar. So right now, the British pound still looks like the better play long here. Now, once we've identified that the predicted short, medium, and long-term differences are holding above the zero line with our strength indicator, most of the indicators are pointing towards a bigger move to the upside. So from here, once we've done all of our analysis using the main indicators from VantagePoint, we then and only then go into the daily report. Now, with the daily report, we always wait for the market to move lower so we can buy, or we wait for the market to move higher so we can sell. In this particular case, we want the market to move lower within its daily range. So for tomorrow, we're looking for a pullback to 169.31. Then we're going to target the 171.42 area. Now, once again, that's a pretty decent move on a daily basis. We want to make sure we also identify our trend line support. I'm going to draw this in right here so everyone can see. We want to make sure that all stops here, guys, are below 168. We have a very strong support area. The VantagePoint 18-day predicted moving average at 169.34 and our trend line support coming in at 168. So we don't want to get stopped out anywhere in this area. And if this pair can get moving, we should be able to move back towards our swing highs just above 174. Now, that's our first trade for tonight. Our second trade for tonight is going to be in the U.S. Financial Sector. What we're looking at here is the Paychex, the PAYX stock. Now, what we can assess here is our key VantagePoint level comes in at 58.46. This is a critical level. Now, what we can further assess here is one of my favorite signals from VantagePoint, our medium term crossing over our long term predicted difference in the opposite direction in which the market's been moving. So what we can assess is that there is support coming in here at or about the 56.50 area, and our short-term indicators and medium-term indicators, I might add, from VantagePoint are starting to roll over to the long side. So when I look at this with our neural index being higher, our predicted short-term difference and our strength indicator moving above the zero line, predicted RSI is coming out of heavily oversold territory and basically starting to extend higher. Now, the predicted MACD is flattening out. There is no question about it that this is a counter trend position, but when we start to break down the individual crossovers from VantagePoint, we can assess here that we have a short-term crossover back to the upside after a significant move to the downside off the very same signal here. So when we look at this, our short-term crossover from VantagePoint came in at about 60.50, and that's taken us all the way down to 56, but now we've got the exact same signal turning back to the upside. So when we combine that with, again, a very powerful signal, the medium term crossing over the long term predicted difference, this tells me that potentially this particular stock is getting ready to turn back, even if it's just a corrective move. So after looking at the analysis, once again on here, guys, then and only then do we go to that all-important daily report. With a close of 57.49, with our pullback tomorrow, we're only looking for a minor pullback to $57 per share. We're then going to target 57.80. Now, once again, this is an intraday trade, but on a medium or longer term basis, if this signal is correct, then we should be looking at potentially another move back towards $61 per share. So when I look at the additional support area here, looking at price action alone, we want to make sure that all stops here are below $56 per share. Guys, we do not want to get stopped out anywhere in this range. We want to give the trade a chance, so make sure that all of your stops are at the very minimum below $56 per share.